Hi everyone. Happy snowy Tuesday. Bet can't wait to get out there and throw some snowballs, huh? I sure hope you guys get to go out and play today. I know I will, for sure. All right. Well, we are about to finish Spiderwick, the first book, the field guide. And then I think we will have time to begin our new book, maybe today. Okay? Which is a perfect time to read this book because we are celebrating President's Day on Monday. All right, so we are on page 94, I believe. Simon wants to go first into the dumbwaiter up to that room that doesn't have stairs going to it. Remember, the only way you can get there is through the dumbwaiter. So let's see if that happens. Okay. Walking quietly past the den where their mother was phoning construction people, they went into the kitchen. Simon hesitated in front of the dumbwaiter. Do you think my mice are alive? Jared didn't know what to say. He thought about the tadpoles frozen in ice. He wanted Simon to help, but he didn't want to lie. Simon got down on his knees and climbed into the dumbwaiter. In a few moments, Mallory had wheeled him up inside the wall. Simon gave a small gasp as he started moving. But then they heard nothing, even after the dumbwaiter stopped. You said there was a desk in there and papers, Mallory said. Yeah, Jared wasn't sure what she was driving at. If she didn't believe him, she could ask Simon when he came back down. Well, they needed to get it in there somehow. And it wasn't little, right? So an adult worked in there, but how did an adult get in there? Well, that's a good point, right? I mean, how would you get that furniture in that room? Jared was puzzled for a moment. Then he understood. A secret door. Mallory nodded. Maybe. The dumbwaiter came back down and Jared got inside. The little house cradled in his lap. Mallory winched him up inside the dark tunnel. The trip was fast, but he was still very, very glad to see the library. Simon was standing in the middle of the room, looking around in awe. There is a picture. I'll show you in a minute. Jared grinned. See? It's so cool in here, said Simon. Look at all these animal books. Thinking about the secret door, Jared tried to picture where he must be in relation to the rest of the rooms upstairs. He figured which direction would head toward the hall. Mallory thinks there's a hidden door, Jared said. Simon came over. There was a bookcase, a large picture, and a cabinet in front of the wall Jared was looking at. Picture, Simon said, and together they took down the large oil painting. It was of a thin man with glasses sitting stiffly on a green chair. Jared wondered if that was Arthur Spiderwick. Behind the picture was nothing but flat wall. Maybe we could pull out some of the books. Okay, here they are in the room. Pretty cool in there. So much stuff. I would love to be in a room like that. That would be so fun. Jared said, taking out one entitled Mysterious Mushrooms, Fabulous Fungi. Simon opened the cabinet doors. Hey, look at this. They opened into the upstairs linen closet. A few minutes later, Mallory was looking around the room too. This place is creepy, Mallory said. Simon grinned. Yeah, and no one knows about it but us. And the Bogart, said Jared. He hung the birdhouse from a wall sconce. Mallory and Simon helped him make sure that the insides were arranged, and then each of them added something to the house. Jared put in one of his winter gloves, thinking that the Bogart could use it as a sleeping bag. Simon added a small dish he'd once used to give his lizards water, and Mallory must have believed Jared a little because she tucked her silver fencing medal with the blue ribbon neatly inside. When they were done, they looked it over. They thought it was a fine house. Let's leave it a note, Simon suggested. A note? Jared asked. Yeah. Simon pawed through the drawers of the desk and found some paper, a pen with a nib, and a bottle of ink. Hey, I didn't notice this, Jared said. He pointed to the watercolor painting of a man and a little girl on the desk. Underneath, in faint pencil, was the inscription, "My darling daughter, Lucinda, age 4." So here he is, hanging up the house. Which sounds perfect for a Bogart, if you ask me. So Arthur was her dad, Mallory asked. I guess so, said Simon, clearing space on the desk to write. Let me do it, Mallory said. You guys will take forever. Just tell me what to write. She unstopped the ink and dipped the pen. It made a scratchy but legible line on the paper. So if you don't know what we're talking about here, here is an old-fashioned bottle of ink and a pen. That is how they used to write back in the old days, before the types of Bic pens we have now. Dear Bogart, Simon started. Do you think that's polite? Jared asked. I already wrote it, Mallory said. Dear Bogart, Simon said, we are writing you to say that we're sorry we messed up your first house. We hope you like what we made, and even if you don't, that you'll stop pinching us and other things, and that if you have Jeffrey and Lemon Drop, to please take care of them because they're good mice. Got it, Mallory said. Okay then, Jared said. They put the note on the floor near the little house and left the library. Over the next week, none of them had time to visit the library, even through the linen closet. Construction people and movers were milling around the house during the day, and their mother was watching them closely at night, even going so far as to pace the hallways. School had finally started, which wasn't as bad as Jared had feared. The new school was small, but it had a fencing team for Mallory, and no one was too mean to them their first couple of days there. So far, Jared had managed to behave. Best of all, there were no more night attacks, no more scuttling in the walls, nothing other than Mallory's shorter hair to make it seem like the whole thing had really happened. Except that Simon and Mallory were as eager to visit the room again as Jared was. They got their chance on Sunday when their mother went out shopping and left Mallory in charge. As soon as their mom's car pulled out of the driveway, they rushed up to the closet. Inside the library, very little had changed. Sorry, my dog is scratching at the door. It's driving me crazy. Inside the library, very little had changed. The painting leaned up against the wall. The birdhouse hung from the sconce. Everything appeared to be just the way they had left it. The note's gone, announced Simon. Did you take it? Mallory asked Jared. No, Jared insisted. There was the loud sound of a throat being cleared, and the three turned toward the desk. Standing on it, in worn overalls and a wide-brimmed hat, was a little man about the size of a pencil. Oh boy. His eyes were as black as beetles, his nose was large and red, and he looked very like the illustration from the guide. He was holding a pair of leashes that attached to two gray mice that were sniffling the edge of the desk. Jeffrey, Lemon Drop, Jared squealed. Thimbletack likes his new house well, the little man said, but that's not what he's come to tell. Jared nodded, not sure what to say. Mallory looked like someone had smacked her in the face, but she hadn't figured it out yet. The mannequin went on. Arthur Spiderwick's book is not for your kind. Too much about Fae for mortal to find. This guy likes rhyming, doesn't he? All who have kept it have come to harm, but it through violence or through charm. Be it through violence or through charm. Throw the book away, toss it in a fire. If you do not heed, you will draw their ire. Anybody know what ire means? Like anger. They? Who are they? Jared asked, but the little man just tipped his cap and jumped off the side of the desk. He landed in the bright flood of sunlight in the open window and disappeared. Mallory seemed to break out of her trance. "Can I see the book?" she asked. Jared nodded. He'd taken to keeping it with him wherever he went. Mallory knelt down, flipped through the pages with her fingers quicker than Jared could read. "Hey," Jared said, "what are you doing?" All right, here he is. So he's got the two mice on leashes. That's pretty funny. He's kind of a cute little thing. Mallory's voice was weird. "I was just looking. I mean, this is a big book." "It wasn't a small book." "Yeah, I guess." "And all these entries, all these things are real, Jared? That's a lot of real." And then suddenly Jared understood what she was saying. If you looked at it that way, it was a big book, an absolutely huge book, too large to even comprehend. And worst of all, they were only at the beginning. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, here they are. Look how little he is. That is the end of book 1. Oh, like it. Okay. Gosh, you guys. I almost want to just keep reading these. Okay. Now, here are some more characters coming up. You may know the Grace kids well, but there is still much tale to tell. Like who dared to live within a stream beneath a bridge where dark thoughts teem. Okay, that's Mr. Troll here. And where'd your loose tooth really go, to a friend or to a foe? Here's Hog Squeal. Okay. Keep on reading and you will know. Seeing Stone is the next book, I suppose. Okay. Awesome. Finished that one. Okay. Well, how about tomorrow we start Phoebe the Spy? Okay. In honor of George Washington and Lincoln's birthdays. We'll be celebrating President's Day on Monday. This is not a very long book, but it's really good. It's based on a true story, and I read it every year, and I love it. I never get tired of it. It's a great mystery, too. You can kind of see if you can help solve it. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.